Oh, from Ibadan. How you doing this morning? That's been a wonderful time at Oxygen FM 96.9. And today we are going to another edition of Tech and You. My name is Folavison, and today I will not just be talking about technology, and we also be focusing on how technology and how it actually affect you, your job, and everything that you actually do. So it's going to be an amazing time together. Grab your coffee, take a biscuit or just anything that you can just be chewing in your mouth as you keep listening to me right now. So quickly, last week we talked about why technology is so important, right? And we have the invitation of Mr. Smart, if you can still remember, and that is Sheyi, and also Joseph. And today we just be the only one talking to you, and we are going to be going deeper to a particular question that is so important, and that is, what are you doing with technology? How is technology departing your career, your job, and your business? These are the things we're going to be looking at today. So, like I said, I need you to grab a coffee, sit down, ejoko dada, kamaroki on Tech and You. I'll be right back. Thank you. As you are aware that everybody has smartphone, and I want to believe that you have a smartphone, either Android or probably iPhone. Everybody has it. And one question that comes to mind is, what do you use it for, right? I think that's just a basic thing. I could remember that time when I was like in primary school, I think, or probably secondary school, when Glow came to Nigeria and they were selling SIM that time, probably 35,000 naira. Something I know that during this period I could not even buy, my parents could not even buy or use. Okay. And those time we begin to ask one simple question. What are the importance of these technological changes that we are having around us? Is it something that has come to help us, or is it something that has come to destroy us? And for you to understand the conversation of today, that was 2 months ago. I met a young man, he's even a professor. And the professor told me that, Fola, if care is not taken, technology is going to destroy the morale, hard work, and diligence of people getting things they really want to get in life. And he made mention of artificial intelligence and told me that, Fola, artificial intelligence is not good for people, that it will actually destroy them. Is that really the truth? Okay. Is there a myth around technology? And I know I want you to be part of this conversation. That is the reason why I'm going this way. Is that really the truth? And I've also seen people whereby they spent nothing less than 12 hours on their phone, either on Facebook, on TikTok, or any gadget. They spend up to like 12 hours per day. Are they doing something good, or are they doing something bad? Is it enough to say that technology is not good for us? Or is it something that society needs to pay attention to? Like I said, last week we actually spoke on the importance of technology. We understand that technology is good for us, okay? But how are people using technology today to improve themselves, either in terms of their career, job, business, or any other thing that they actually do? I want you to grab your coffee, and I want to believe that you are doing that already. As I come back, I will begin to have this conversation together. Is that okay? Thank you. And don't forget, this is Oxygen FM 96.9, and we are in the another edition of Tech and You, and I am your host, Fola Vincent. So let's go back to our core conversation. And in case you want to join this conversation, just call 07047003969. I repeat, 07047003969, or you can also call 07047002969. I repeat, 07047002967. Okay. One thing that is so important to us right now is that technology has become our reality. Okay, it is purely our reality. Even as we are speaking right now, even our aged mothers and fathers, they are joining it. Most of our aged mother fathers, they actually have a smartphone, and even kids are not using technology. I, my 7 years old child, I bought him an iPad, and they're actually using it. They are using it. But the truth is that how is this technology changing us? Is it positively or is it negatively? So I have a gossip for you, and the gossip is simply that I need you to go to your Facebook, share Oxygen 96.9 FM to every of your contact. Is that okay? Because this conversation is very good. It's very important to anybody that are around you right now. Okay, so let me give you a few seconds to quickly do that. Share it to as many people as possible: a graduate, a professional, a business owner, somebody that needs to listen to what we really want to say today. Because what I want us to say today is, how do you use technology to boost your career, your business, and as a matter of fact, everything about your professional life? So kindly share to as many people that can learn or that really take advantage of this section together. Quickly do that. I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back once again. We are in the second edition of Tech and You, and this is Oxygen FM 96.9, and I'm your host for Lavescent. And like I said, if you want to join this conversation, kindly call 070-47003-969 or call 070-47002-969. So here is the conversation today. So for students or probably graduate, and I want to ask you, how have you been using technology for your own advantage? I am an HR personnel, or let me say HR expert. When graduates come to us during interview, what we want to know is that this graduate, does he or she has any technological skills or digital skills? It is sacrosanct, that it is something that you have to have. And I will share my experience with you, because we want to know what our curriculum is, the graduate that our curriculum is producing, or our education right now, university system, secondary school system, even primary school system. What kind of future are they building for us? Have they embraced technology in their system, in the school system, in the school administration, in the educational administration? How much of technological adoption have they done? Now look around. When you move around Akpata, move around Bodija, move around every area as we speak in Ibadan, we want to see how many of our secondary school has adopted technology. Then when you go to higher institution, probably like the place me I graduated from, in fact, before I could begin to even use internet very well when I was in school, I was already in probably 300 and 400 level when I needed to actually use a computer to do a project. Okay, and the question is this: why is it that this has not been introduced to me earlier on? Though I did computer in 200 level, but I only did it I just read and pass. It doesn't mean that I know what this computer is actually saying. And this is the point I'm making. About 3 graduates now has come to our place of work. 3 graduates, okay? I think one studied computer science. I won't mention university. One studied computer science. The others, they didn't really study computer science. One mass communication and things like that. And we now ask them, what technology are you using, or what packaging are you using, or what digital skills do you have? You could imagine somebody that studied computer science. This guy told us that apart from just studying that course, there's nothing he can do. You can't code, you can't build a website, You can't do data analytics. So what exactly are they teaching you in school? So I asked the guy, and I was so ashamed of myself. Not because I am supposed to be ashamed of myself, but because I'm also an educator. So I felt shattered. If a guy could go to school for 4 good years, probably 5 years, I could remember during my old time, I am supposed to spend 4 years in school, but I ended up spending like 5 years because of ASUU strike. So this guy might have stayed like almost 5 to 6 years, and now this guy is coming for NYSC. And I knew that during the period of break, by the time you left school to NYSC, there will be a break, probably 3 months or 4 months or 5 months or 6 months. This guy did not study any digital skills, despite the fact that there were very free digital skills that you can learn online. Anything, you can learn them online. This guy did nothing. So what I would say is that, is it the fault of the educational system, or the guy, or the people around the guy? Who is to be responsible? Or this guy felt that technology will not play a role in his career? So the question is, what did I do at the end of the day? I have to turn the guy back. I turn him down. So that was the episode I have with that guy. Then let me move to the second one. This lady studied mass communication. And by the time the lady goes to me, I said, okay, what technology are you using, or what digital skills are you using currently now? And the lady said, please, can you give me something that has nothing to do with technology? I said, oh my God. And I asked a question. I put it to the lady, is there any work right now, any job right now that you can do, the way you are looking at me like right now, that they will not make use of technology or digital skills? He said, I can be carrying files. I said, you are coming to our organization to come and be carrying files. That is exactly what you are coming to do here. And I asked her, I said, look around, how many files do you think they are carrying in this place? And that is exactly how we turn that lady back home. That is how bad and how deep technology adoption is. Let me go to the last one, which has to do with the guy is on business administration. So by the time the guy get to us, he said, please, I am good at the secretary. I've done secretary before. I want to do anything administration or secretary, I can do it. I said, this is beautiful. Automatically, if you have done secretary before, you should have been using some either Microsoft packages or any other thing. So I asked him, Microsoft packages, how many of them can you use? Excel, Microsoft, Words, PowerPoint, Outlook, and things like that. So I asked. I was so surprised that this guy told me that I am ready to learn. Learn where, ka? Learn where? Mbo Kamari. So what did I do that day? We have to turn this guy back. And the question I usually ask all of them by the time they're going, I ask them that, am I harsh? Am I wicked? And I'm asking you, my audience, do you think turning them back makes me a wicked person? I want to ask you, am I a bad person? Probably you are a graduate, you are looking at me right now. Do you think I'm back to that person? That's our reality. That's what we are experiencing. And that is why, this program is coming to air so that we could, in times of sensitization or awareness or through education and training, we could prepare people for technology adoption, digital adoption, because it has become our reality. Our technology skills, probably you are doing critical thinking, you are doing analytical analysis or digital analysis or digital analytics, or probably you are doing coding, website, all of this. Everything are online as I speak to you now, and it is one of the critical 21st century skills that you must have. So if you are listening to me, I want to ask you, how has technology help your career? I want you to be part of this conversation. You could be a professional, you could be a graduate, or probably you are still in school. What technology or what digital skills have you learned? How has it helped your career? And like I said, you could actually join us in this Tech and You edition today by calling 07047003969. Let me repeat that, 07047003969, or call 07047003969. 2969. Let me call it again. 070. You are still on with Oxygen FM 96.9 on the edition of Tech and You. And our conversation today is, how have you benefited from technology? Is technology good for us, or is it really bad for us? And how have you as a person benefited from use of technology? You might really want to share your opinion with us, and let's have this conversation together. So a few questions I will be throwing out right now, and we are also going to be looking at a way to actually answer them together. Is number one, how has technology helped you probably get a job, or help you get a promotion at work, help your business, earn you more money, or even improve your business in any way possible? How has it happened to you as a person? So let's go back to job. Let's even begin from job. Technology can actually help you to get good job, and I will give an example. There's a way artificial intelligence is being developed right now that it has very vast information about job. Not just job, even the right job for you. Probably you are using ChatGPT, you are using AnyGat Age, and it also leads to inappropriate benefit. And I will give you some example. Despite the fact that people are using technology in a positive way, some people are also using it in a very bad way. You should have heard about all these Yahoo guys, cyber attacks, cyber criminals. In fact, Nigeria is one of the the high alert cyber attacks country in the world. This is the work of the technology. Okay, so we also have to know those areas that even you as a person, just as the way technology can make you, it can also mar you as an individual. So how do we ensure that we are not at the disadvantage of technology usage? Very simple. One thing that should come to your mind is that, one, you are not going to use technology to actually cause more harms to people than good. People have used technology over the years. They created it for the purpose of making it good for people, so that people can gain the best from it and not to cause harm. But the reverse is the case today, that people are using technology causing harm to people. And I could remember there were cyber attacks in banking industry. You see attacking them 1.4 billion, 1 point something billion, a billion of naira. Recently, you see what happened in the banking community, whereby billions of naira has gone through cyber attacks. And this is still the work of technology. So when you put technology in the hands of bad people, they begin to do bad things. And that is why you as an individual, you need to have understanding of technology very well, so that people will not take advantage of you. I could remember there's a particular day, one old woman, was crying. I said, what happened? He said, somebody called me in the middle of the night, requested for my code, and before I knew what is happening, 400,000 naira is out of my account. Old woman. That woman is about 85 years, I guess. 85 years. 400,000 naira is out. Probably those are the money from pension, money from relatives or children, just for mama to take care of herself. But imagine somebody with a bad mindset just use it to cause mama to cry. And I know that mama to see it. So if you are around our aged mothers, I also need you to sit down with them and let them know that while technology is making the world better, it can also make the world in a little way bad if it falls to the hand of the bad people. So we have to be careful of bad people who are using technology. Okay, and you have to let them know cyber security is there. Just like the way we can go to school and learn cyber security and help people live a good life, protect them, protect their digital asset and their money. Some people also, they call them hackers. They can also go to school, come out and begin to hack people's phone, hack people's accounts, even bank accounts. They can begin to do that. I could remember one day, I was sleeping. That should be about 3 months or 4 months ago. And suddenly my wife woke up. I was saying, Fola, they have hacked your account. Like, what can't see me lọ́jọ́. And when I woke up, they have changed my Facebook to China languages so that I will not be able to know what to do. So as I'm pressing just to go to settings, everything was written in Chinese language. Is it Chinese or China language? Chinese. Sorry, don't worry. I'm not here to talk about grammar. Don't forget to. I think I had is it still fun in English? I try now, so don't mind me. But grammar is not my thing, but I will try my best to speak grammar. But this is where I was going. So they actually attacked my Facebook. They've changed my name from Fola Vincent to something Wang. It was a serious matter. So I have to use my wife phone. I go through all those settings. So I was doing like, let me go through until I was able to change it back to English. Now went and changed my password. If I did not have digital knowledge or digital skills, I might not be able to do that. That account would have been gone by now. I will cry. As a matter of fact, I can't tell you almost 10 years we built. But thank God I know my right from my left. At least I've read some things online about Odosapa attack, and I was able to recover my account back, although it took me 60 days to get my name back. You can imagine, if I post, they will say something wrong. And people will say, Fola, they have changed you from Fola Vincent. Yeah, you want to change it however. So like I was saying, and just like the way they can use it positively, it can also be used negatively. And that is why we need to now begin to, that is where community comes in. This is the area that people have to come in so that we can begin to tell people, use this thing positively and not in a negative way. So let me put it this way. In your environment, is technology causing more harm or is it causing more disadvantage? Let me put it that way, or more advantage in your environment. So I wanted to join this conversation. This is Oxygen FM 96.9, and the line you can call is 070 47 003 969. Let me repeat that: 070 47 003 969. And the second one is 070 47 002 969. I repeat, 070 47 002 969. So, will you want to say that technology has caused more harm than good, or do you think it has caused more good than harm? Okay, welcome back. This is Oxygen FM 96.9, and you are in another edition of Tech and You. And today we are looking at the advantages of technology, and we are having a conversation around: is technology causing more harm than good, or is it causing more good than harm? So you can join the conversation by calling 070 47 003 969. I repeat, 070 47 003 969, or call 070 47 002 969, 070 47 002 969. So, if you want to join the conversation, please do. You know, like I said, to some people, technology brings fear. Let me put it that way. For example, there are some graduates who can't even operate computer successfully. They can't do Microsoft, they can't do PowerPoint, they can't. In fact, if you give them PowerPoint, it will be as if you have crashed their word. Why do some people, they see it as investment, a growth opportunity, and they are going to actually leverage on it. There's no amount of money you can spend on technology. It's not going to be expensive, because anything that is beneficiary is not expensive. Do you agree to that? If this thing is beneficiary, then it is not what? Expensive, because in one way or the other, you are going to gain the advantage. So to you who is a graduate, or probably just enjoying itself inside the water, okay, then suddenly this man turn on the gas and the water begin to boil from 0 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. Then from there to 40. The frog was just, still playing along with it. Then suddenly the water rose to 60 degrees Celsius to 70 degrees Celsius, and before we knew what was happening, the water was already boiling. Now here was the whole thing. Before the frog could jump out of the water, he now realized that he couldn't jump again, and before he knew what is happening, the frog died inside the boiling water. So that's what's happened when you don't accept technology right now, when you are not adopting it right now. You could lose your career, you could lose your business to anyone who does. Are you going to adopt technology? The journey begins right now. Thank you so much. We are going to be meeting ourselves next week, Wednesday, 10:15 a.m. The same place, Oxygen FM 96.9. Thank you so much.